CBD is a compound that is naturally found in cannabis. Cannabis itself has grown in popularity in recent years thanks to its astounding medicinal effects. Many users of cannabis have claimed that their anxiety, insomnia, pain, and other issues have reduced. However, cannabis and CBD oil are not yet legal in every part of the United States. While most CBD oils contain less than 0.3% THC, the psychoactive substance that makes users high, it is usually unregulated, which means the levels of THC are not always as low as you may hope. Please note that CBD products that contain more than 0.3% THC are thought to be psychoactive, which means using them could result in you feeling high. Those that contain less than 0.3% THC are unlikely to make you high. The DEA and Cannabinoids. The Drug Enforcement Administration states that all products that contain CBD will contain small amounts of cannabinoids. The DEA went on to say that although it may be possible, in theory, to reduce the amount of cannabinoids in CBD, they are not aware of any methods that can achieve this. This may well be why the DEA frown upon CBD and its use as an oil and in other forms. What exactly is CBD? We know that THC gives marijuana its psychoactive effect, creating a feeling of euphoria in its users. We also know that people are regularly screened for the drug in a urinalysis drug test. The Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration has a specified cutoff level which is greater than 50 ng/ml. When a test comes back as positive, it will be screened again, and an LC/MS test or GC/MS test which have cutoff levels of 15 ng/ml are used. These tests look for THC in the specimen, and if it were to show CBD or CBD oil, it would mean that the users took 1,000 to 2,000 milligrams. This means that although CBD oils are unregulated, they may be present in your system. This is because some of them have 1/10 of THC concentration, in other words, marijuana. This means that you should avoid using large amounts of THC as it is likely to show in your test. Please note that cannabidiol works to eliminate traces of THC in your system. As CBD works this way, it means that in theory, you should not have any traces of THC in your urine. However, as we have already established, CBD oils tend to be largely unregulated, which means you cannot be 100% sure that they do not contain THC. What employers should know? Employers should be aware that doses of CBD oil are not usually standardized. One brand may, therefore, suggest that users take a much higher dose than other brands. This can potentially create a lot of confusion and make it quite unclear as to how much oil one person should use. This potentially means that one serving may show up on a drug test as the oils do not come from state-sanctioned programs. Letters have been published by the FDA, Food and Drug Administration, that warn users of CBD oils that many products contain different levels of CBD than were stated on the packaging. However, since the letters have been written, the FDA has voted in favor of approving a CBD drug that once it has been regulated, it could be a much safer solution, providing more reliable doses. At the time of writing, however, there does not seem to be any indication of the FDA manufacturing or recommending CBD oil. A spokesperson for the FDA was reported as saying that if you are unsure as to how much CBD is in a product, you should not use it. This is regardless of what the laws are in your state. There is, therefore, a concern that THC may be found in a urinalysis drug test. What you should do? While it's hard to say for sure whether CBD oil will show up in a drug test, users should proceed with caution. If you do not have to undergo regular or on-the-spot drug tests, there should not be an issue. However, if your employer does carry out these tests, you should make sure you know where you stand. If you must use CBD oil to relieve your anxiety, insomnia, or other medical condition, please use it carefully. Please speak to your doctor before you take CBD oil for the first time. If you are using CBD oil to help you manage epileptic fits, you should speak to your doctor. Your doctor may be able to advise you as to how much CBD oil you should use. They may also write to your employer notifying them of your reasons behind your CBD oil use. However, it is ultimately your employer's decision as to whether they agree or disagree with your use of CBD oil. One piece of advice we can offer you is that you check with the manufacturer of any CBD oil you use as to how much CBD is present. You may also want to ask if the product contains any THC and if so, how much. Until CBD oil is made legal on both a state and federal level, it is wise to proceed with caution, despite the oil's obvious medicinal benefits.